Hi, and thanks for joining me again today. Today we're going to be talking about and practicing mindfulness. We're going to look at ways that we can practice mindfulness on our mat that hopefully will transition off the mat. Mindfulness means observation without judgment. It doesn't mean anything else, actually. It's always been fascinating to me that entire books can be written on mindfulness when it really is so simple. When we practice mindfulness on the mat, we notice when our mind goes to judge something as good or bad. Perhaps the yoga instructor cues our favorite pose, or perhaps she cues our least favorite pose. It doesn't matter the scenario, both of those are judgments. My favorite pose is a judgment that is perceived positive, and my least favorite pose is a judgment that is perceived as negative. But if we pull back and just observe the pose without judging it as good or bad, then we can be fully present with what is arising in our field of awareness. This is a key component of a mindful lifestyle. When we practice mindfulness in relationship with ourselves and in relationship with others, we really are able to notice our attachments. We can see our perception of reality, and we can recognize that our perception of reality is based on our lived experience. It is not universally true. This is such a big part of our practice. And really, it's a foundational component of practice that is required if we really want to cultivate a home practice that supports awakening into our enlightened state of being. All beings are enlightened, whether they know it or not. When we awaken to it, we see the story, we notice the patterns, and we begin to undo the doing. We begin remembering who and what we really are, and this helps us to be more embodied and more compassionate to ourselves and others. Ultimately, this is a ripple effect. When we practice in this way, it impacts others. We're kinder, we're more open, we understand our nuances and therefore have compassion for other people's nuances. We start to evolve and involve into a realized being. Ultimately, self-realization is the goal of any of these practices, and it's not something that you can't attain. It just requires that we continue to practice and continue to remember over and over again. In today's practice, we're going to watch where the mind goes, and we're going to note if the mind goes into judging. We'll make this point very clear as we move through practice so that we can really witness how the mind is so quick to judge. When we can recognize that the mind is going into judgment, we can pull back and apply the principles of mindfulness. This helps us to be more present in our experience. I'll invite you to join me on your mat today. Maybe grab a block, a blanket if your knees are sensitive, and we'll meet in a comfortable seat. Coming into your comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you today, and just notice how you feel from the toes to the crown. You might soften your gaze. Allow your awareness to focus on your breath. The gentle rise and fall of the abdomen with every inhalation and every exhalation. Feeling the breath create a rhythmic effect. The body is literally breathing itself. noticing any thoughts, any feelings, any memories or beliefs that might be present, and simply welcome them. Recognizing that our practice is not about pushing away or separating ourselves from a feeling, a thought, or an emotion, but rather the practice is about being with what arises as it comes. As we begin to invite movement here today, continue to bring your awareness back to your breath when you find yourself distracted or in the thinking mind. And notice if any judgments come up about yourself or your practice. On your next breath in, reach your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, we'll twist to the right, bringing the right hand to the low back. Inhale, come back through center, and exhale, twisting to the left. Inhaling back through center, and exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, twisting to the right. Inhale the right arm up and overhead to the left, and then exhale to the knee. Inhale, eagle arms, and exhale, nest the elbows down. Inhale, unwind, reach up, and exhale, twisting to the left. Inhale, reaching the left arm up and over to the right. And as you exhale, fold in, bringing the hand to the knee. Inhale, coming up for eagle arms. And exhale, elbows down, nesting in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands through heart center. And taking a moment to switch the cross of the legs. And just noticing the difference. Inhale, reaching up overhead, and exhaling to the left. Inhale, left arm up and over to the right, and then exhale, fold in, hand to knee. Inhaling, coming up, eagle arms. Exhale, elbows down, nesting. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twisting to the right. Inhale, right arm up and over to the left. And exhale, round in the back, folding in. Inhaling, eagle arms. And exhale, nesting the elbows. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Release the hands and remove the block if there's a block underneath your sit bones, and open the legs out for a wide leg forward fold. Sitting up nice and tall with the feet flexed back towards the shins. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, fold forward. And breathing here, maybe walking the fingertips out in front of you. With every inhalation, think about extending through the crown. And with every exhalation, think about coming a little bit deeper. 3 more breaths here. Inhale all the way up, reach up, and exhale, hands through heart center. Bringing the soles of the feet together in Badokanasana, bound ankle pose. Bring the hands to the ankles, inhale, lift the heart, and then exhale, fold in, letting the forearms sort of press into the inner thighs. Again, continuing to extend through the crown as you fold in. Coming back up through center, extend the left long. Coming back up through center. Extend the left leg long. Left hand to the ground. Inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky, and exhale, fold forward. Inhaling all the way up, reaching the arm up, and release the right hand to the right hip, bringing the left foot back in. Inhale, both arms raise, and exhale, fold forward. This time, hands come out in front. Inhale, come all the way up, reach up. Right hand grounds, or extend the right leg long. Inhale, extend through the crown, and exhale, fold forward. Actively engage in both feet. Inhale and coming up, both feet together. And exhale, folding in, arms wide this time. Tent the palms. Inhale, come all the way up. Bring the knees together. And exhale, hands through heart center. Extend the legs long. Flex the toes back towards the shins. Release the hands next to you and roll the shoulders back onto your back. Take another breath in. And breath out. Moving to tabletop. Placing the hands underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. We'll take a few rounds of cat-cow, inhaling heart lifts, tail lifts, and as you exhale, round the back. Inhale, lift the heart, and exhale, round the back. Inhale, lift the heart, and exhale, round the back. And just a couple more, just like that. Then finding your neutral spine when you're even on both the front and the back of the body. Extending the left leg out to the left. Ground through the right hand. Inhale the left arm up to the sky. And then exhale, thread the left arm under the right, and bring the right hand up to the right corner of the mat. Bringing the right hand under the shoulder, press into the earth, unwind, reach up, and release the left hand, bring the left knee in. Extend the right leg out to the right. Inhale, reach the right arm up. And exhale, thread the right arm under the left. Walking the left hand up to the top left corner of the mat. Bringing the left hand underneath you, unwind, reach up. Release the left hand, bringing the release the right hand, bring the right knee underneath you. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the tail, tuck the toes. Exhale, down dog. Taking a moment here, just pedaling out the legs. And pressing into the index finger and the thumb. noticing where the mind is, and bring the awareness back to your breathing. Looking to the top of the mat and step forward. Inhale, half lift. Maybe the hands come onto the shins, and exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, gaze up, and exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward, step back with the right foot. Right hand grounds. Peel your left arm up to the sky. Release the left hand to the ground. Lower your right knee. Inhale, come up for low lunge. On your next breath in, reach the fingertips up a little higher. As you exhale, open twist to the left side of your mat. Inhale, back through center. Release your hands. Straighten the left leg. Flex the toes back towards your shin. And just breathe here. We're going to bring the right foot to the left of the mat. And then left hand to the ankle. Reach the right arm up and over. Inhale, come back through center. Right hand to the back of your mat. Left arm up and over the left ear. Inhale, coming up. Windmill the hands to the top of the mat. Bend the left knee and step the left foot back to meet the right. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Bring the hands back to the mid-ribs. Press into the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, lower down. Press back for child's pose. Tucking the toes. Breath in. Exhale, down dog. Looking forward to the top of the mat and step to the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. And exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Plant the palms, step back with the left foot. Left hand grounds, right arm raises. Release the right hand to the earth. Lower the left knee down. Inhale, come up for low lunge. Actively engaged in the fingertips, the toes, every muscle, part of the experience. Take a breath in. Exhale, open twist to the right side of your mat. Inhale, back through center. Release your hands, straighten through the front leg. And then again, just noticing what you feel. Noticing if the sensation is intense. Is there a tendency to label it in one way or the other? Just an awareness. Swinging the left toes to the right side of the mat, right hand grounds, reach the left arm up and over towards the front of your mat. And then bringing the left arm up, back to the back of the mat, reach the right arm up and over your right ear. And come back through center. Windmill the hands to the top of the mat, bend into the knee, tuck the left toes and send the right leg back for plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Inhaling, coming up for cobra. And exhale, tuck the toes, child's pose, to down dog. Deep breath in and breath out. Inhale, right leg raises. And exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Ground through the back foot. Inhaling, coming up for warrior two. Shifting the shoulders over the pelvis. Send the right knee forward so that it stacks over the ankle. Flip the right palm in reverse. And coming out for extended side angle, bringing the right forearm to the thigh, reach the left arm up and over. And then use the right forearm to push your torso away from the right thigh. Inhale, come up and reverse. Windmill the hands down. Left hand grounds, step the right foot back for side plank. Release the right hand to the mat. Chaturanga on your exhale. Inhaling, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhaling, left leg. And step the left foot forward in between the hands. Warrior two. Flip the left palm and reverse your warrior. And come in for extended side angle, bringing the left forearm to the thigh. Reach the right arm up and over. Push the torso away from the left leg. Inhale, come up and reverse. Windmill the hands down to the ground. Right hand grounds, step the left foot back for side plank. Release, vinyasa through chaturanga, cobra or upward facing, down dog. Inhale, left leg raises, and step the left foot to the outside of the left hand, lowering the right knee. And coming in for lizard, you can stay upright on the hands. You can bring a block underneath you and have a little bit more height and support. Or you can come down if you want to get a little deeper. And then again, just noticing what you feel. And noticing if there's a tendency to polarize it as good or bad, right or wrong. Can you just be with it as it is? As you're ready, coming up, maybe hand underneath a block. We're going to bend the right knee, reach back with the left hand, and once you've got the foot in the hand, wrap the left shoulder back onto your back body, and then open up through the collarbones, maybe micro bend in the supporting arm. Release. And then bringing the right knee to the center of the mat. We'll thread the left leg to the outside of the right leg. And then bring the feet as wide as the mat. Sit the hips back. Always an option to extend the right leg long. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold. Soften the face, soften the jaw. Notice where there's any gripping or holding. When you're ready, pull the heart forward. Unwind. Left leg comes to the back of the mat for supported side plank. Right knee is grounding. Release. Tuck the left toes. Send the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. And then exhale, right foot to the outside of the right hand for a lizard. Second side. So again, just playing with what sensations you feel and noticing how you polarize different sensations as good or bad. Just an opportunity to check in. When you're ready, coming up, pressing into the earth, threading the right leg to the outside of the left leg, and then bringing the feet as wide as the mat. Sit the hips back. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the arms, and exhale, fold in. Always an option to extend the left leg if this is a little bit too much. Always feeling comfortable and confident to modify your practice as you need. Inhale, thread the heart forward, unwind the right foot, grounds the back of the mat. Right arm raises, left arm grounds. Release the right hand and tuck the toes, downward dog. And looking forward, we're stepping to Malasana, both feet as wide as the mat. Coming in, hands at heart center. And then bringing the right hand behind you, bring the left hand behind you, coming to a seat and extending the legs long. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. And release the hands next to the hips. Roll all the way back to a reclined position, bringing the soles of the feet to the earth. We're going to come in here for a psoas stretch and a twist. So let the right foot come underneath the left leg and reach out with the left hand to grab the top of the right foot. Release the right knee down. And think about lengthening the right sideline. So imagine the right knee could extend the side of the body all the way to the wall in front of you. Now notice what happened in the left hip. Lift the left hip and walk the left glute down. Extending the left side of the body. Bring the left knee in. Bring the right hand to the top of the left shin and flex the toes back towards the face. So here you can stay right here, or you can play with moving the left leg closer to the left ribs. You should feel it in the right thigh, perhaps even the right abdomen. And just breathe here. And bringing the left knee across the body, you can release the right foot, opening the left arm. And come back through center, unwind the pelvis, slide the left foot underneath the right leg, reaching down with the right hand to grab the left foot, and then extend the left knee long, so creating some space on the left side. Draw the right knee into the chest, flexing the toes back towards the shin, and then pull the right hip down. And breathe here. You can always play with bringing the right knee more to the right ribs. Noticing, again, if there's a tendency to label sensation. And just being aware of that tendency. And then bringing the right knee across the body, you can let the left foot go. And then coming back to center, reset the pelvis, bringing the hands next to the hips, press into the feet, inhale, lift the hips, maybe interlace the fingers under the tailbone and walk the shoulder heads underneath you. And release when you're ready. Taking any final postures that you might have before extending the legs long, extending the arms long. and finding your version of Shavasana. Slowly deepen your breath, inviting gentle movements to the fingers and the toes. Reaching long overhead and finding your way to the right or the left side and eventually up to a seat. Bringing the hands to the center of the heart and offering gratitude for your practice, for the privilege of being able to come onto your mat and notice the judgments that you make. These judgments are driven by our unconscious mind, and some of them are old scripts. I'll be there in a second. And some of them are old scripts. And some of them are old scripts. Learning to let go of the old judgments frees us and makes room for new experiences. Namaste. As you reflect on practice today, consider how you judged certain poses, sensations, and maybe even your practice overall. Consider these judgments without going into thinking or story, and ask yourself if they're true. You might just find that they're not true for you anymore.